And here is Jose Luis Castillo. Someday hopes to be mayor of his hometown, Empalme, in Sonora, Mexico. Whether it's the boxing ring or the political ring, Diego C0rrales may turn out to be his toughest opponent. He comes in with his idol, his hero, Mexican legend Julio Cesar Chavez is there in that entourage. He's a realist. He knows he'll never reach the rock star stature of Julio Cesar Chavez, but he thinks he could be up there with guys like Barrera and Morales, people of that ilk. It's been a frantic schedule, but the wait's finally over for the always tenacious Castillo. Now all that's left is for Castillo to win. And despite the brevity between fights, he is supremely confident.
We talked about the longer layoff, obviously, of C0rrales, but Castillo's fought 4 times in the last year, and 2 months, not a long time in between, Steve, when you come into one of the most important fights of your life, because you want at least a 6-week training period. So will that short period hurt Castillo?
Yeah, there's a lot of doubt because of that. The square-jawed Castillo never down in 59 pro fights, 15 years of action. But he's never gone up against the power of Diego C0rrales. Castillo says he welcomes C0rrales. He is extremely bold, feels he's got the beard to stand up to Chico's heavy fists, even invites a toe-to-toe brawl. Off 2 hard-fought fights, one quite recently, as we have been pointing out. Could that be a disadvantage, particularly with a fighter like caliber? There's Julio Cesar Chavez, along with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., in the crowd, giving Castillo a big thumbs up.
And there's a real affection between these 2 men. Castillo doesn't feel he lives in his shadow. He says, I'm just happy to be associated with Chavez.
And of course, Chavez's former chief sparring partner, which gave him a lot of confidence to get to this level. Diego Chico C0rrales, very personable outside the ring, transforms himself into one of the fiercest fighters going today, looking very focused. We saw what he did versus Freitas, made the proud Brazilian quit. He was the first guy to really hurt Castill0. His power can simply change a fight. He said he'd walk through hell to beat Castillo. That may truly have to happen against the relentless, busy punching Mexican. We've got 2 guys who personify toughness, power, and courage. C0rrales and Castillo are just as excited about this fight as the media and the fans.
They really are. And you know, C0rrales had an interesting moment with Castillo on Wednesday when they had an open workout. He said, you know what? He hugged him and he said, you know what? We're going to make some history. And they know it's a fight fans fight.
He's working for the history of the sport. That's what drives him, says C0rrales. He is mentally and physically prepared for the hardest fight of his career.
And he's working his crowd, looking at all 4 corners of this ring and getting them to respond.
Well, these guys want to fight the best to show who is the best in the lightweight division. That's why we are here tonight. Diego C0rrales is ready. James Toney is ready, along with Winky Wright, among many people here at Mandalay Bay. It is a fighter's fight, a fight fan's fight, and everybody's out to have a lot of fun watching this fight. Let's size them up as we check out the tale of the tape. C0rrales has the youth. Castillo has always been thought of as a big lightweight. That would make C0rrales the Yao Ming of the division. Chico with the slight edge and reach at yesterday's weigh-in. Castillo, C0rrales both right on. Tonight, Castillo 146, C0rrales a +12 at 147. And a look at the notable rules for this unification fight. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. If an accidental headbutt occurs before the end of the 4th round, fight's ruled a no decision. If it happens after the end of round 4, they go to the scorecards. So here at Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, Nevada, getting ready for our main event, Jose Luis Castillo versus Diego Corrales. We are set for the official introductions from our ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to one of the world's great destinations, the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as it's time for the featured bout of the evening, and it's all brought to you by Gary Shaw Productions, Top Rank Incorporated, and Arthur Palullo's Banner Promotions in association with the Mandalay Bay and Showtime. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the WBC President Jose Sulaiman, Supervisor Peter Stuckey, the WBO President Francisco Valcarcel, Supervisor John Duggan, and the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Chairman Skip Avancino Jr., Commissioners Dr. Tony Alamo, John Bailey, Joe W. Brown, and Dr. Flip Pomansky, with the Executive Director Mark Ratner. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. William Berliner, Dr. Todd Chapman, Dr. Al Capana, and Dr. Margaret Goodman. And our timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, we have Jane Broadfoot and Mike Lasella. Introducing to you our three judges scoring this bout from ringside. From Los Angeles, California, Dr. Lou Moret. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Paul Smith. And from Liefdal, Belgium, Daniel Vanderveel. And our third man of the ring, the referee in charge, he is working in this his 23rd world title bout, Tony Weeks. All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the unified WBC and WBO lightweight championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the Mandalay Bay, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, ladies and gentlemen, the WBO champion on my right, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing white trunks with red trim, he is fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Sacramento, California. He weighed in at the lightweight limit of 135 pounds even. His record stands at 39 wins, 2 losses, 32 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former IBF and WBO junior lightweight world champion and the current WBO lightweight champion of the world, introducing Diego Chico and his opponent across the ring, the WBC world champion on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red trunks with gold lettering, hailing from and representing his home of Empalme, Sonora, Mexico. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 135 pounds. His record stands at 52 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw, with 46 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2-time and current WBC lightweight champion of the world, introducing Jose Luis El Temible Castillo.